All right, so you think it's cheap living full-time in an RV? In today's video, we'll go over our costs for the last 39 months.
Since July 9th, 2019.
Stay tuned. All right, so we put together a list of all the things we've done to our RV since we purchased it. It's a pretty long list. Now you have to keep in mind, some of this stuff is maintenance items, some of this stuff is stuff that we had to do to stay running, and other things are stuff that we wanted to do, like some upgrades, right?
Correct.
So we'll go through the list, and then at the end of the video, we'll give you a total of what we spent in 39 months total. All right, so number one, and these aren't in any particular order, they're just in there. We had a new fireplace put in because La Mesa broke ours when pre-delivery. So that was covered under warranty by then. Number two was a light bar controller. This was also a La Mesa warranty item that they covered before we actually took possession. And that light bar controller was about $4,800, I think they paid. And
but that's not added in our cost.
It's not added in our cost at all. It was a check engine light that came on when we went to pick the coach up. So, and along with that, a depth gauge failed in the back where the tank is. It got condensation in it and was causing it to short out. So all that stuff was taken care of by La Mesa. And I'll go through on each item whether we paid for it or was warranty through wholesale warranties or if it was paid for by us.
And you're going to provide our viewers with a list and the prices.
Yeah, we'll go through
in this video.
I'm gonna list
a visual. I'm saying a visual.
Yeah, roughly. Yeah. Most everything.
Okay.
So, all right. So we put tires on the coach not long after we got it. That was a cost of $2,800. And one thing I should also mention: these costs don't include camping. If we had incurred camping expenses or anything like that, it's just repairs,
maintenance, and
stuff that we did,
upgrades that we felt we needed.
So $2,800 for the tires on the coach, and that was 6 tires, and that was done at Patent Tire and Lake Wales. They were great.
Wales.
Those guys were awesome.
Look them up if you need tires.
Yep, good price, good tires, everything, good service. So. Along with that, we put on Centromatic wheel balancers. We got those off of Amazon, and they were just installed when the tires were put on. So, other than the purchase costs, and the stuff that I list from Amazon, we'll try to put links in. So
down in the description.
Either that, or I'll put them, visual or whatever.
Well, I'll put them down in the description.
Okay, let's keep moving because there's a lot of stuff.
Sure.
So. The LED light over the Terry's desk went bad, and we had to buy 3 of them, and I think that was about $160. Some of these were rough estimates off of memory because I didn't want to pull every invoice. So
that light exploded, so you really do
that's
need
in
to
one
be
of our
careful.
videos. So along the way, we've done several microwave fuses, and I estimated those costed about $20. But again, we did the labor on that. It was just the cost of the fuse. We had one air conditioner, Coleman Mach 8. 15,000 BTU or whatever, and it was a brand new unit, but we bought it used because we couldn't get any from Tiffin at the time, so we paid $635 for that, and then we went and picked it up. So, and I installed that myself.
And there's a video on that.
There's a video on that. We put in new fantastic fan vent covers. They were $102 and change. And again, I did those myself, and there's a video on that. So
ours had cracked.
Just our labor involved in those things.
So it was a requirement.
Yeah, they had to be done. We did all new interior inside. It was all the upholstery, the driver's seats, the couches, everything, all the furniture. And that was goodwill from Bob Tiffin. So they took care of all that cost. They literally came out to our campsite, pulled each
Red Bay Acres,
and recovered them and put them back in. I should note the coach was out of warranty, and he still took care of it for us. So good.
Again, that being its goodwill is not included in the price at the end here,
right?
Just so we're clear.
The only things included in the price are the numbers I give, like during the video. So
yeah, that we paid for.
So then we had a sink drain hose break, and we took that to Tiffin. And we had that repaired, and it was around $286 for that. We replaced the slide guides and the broken dash bolts, also done at Tiffin. That was $600.79. And we did the carpet, dash pad, and entry carpet. It was done by Trevor Nichols. And we purchased the carpet, which was $1194.23. And he did the install and made the dash pad and entry carpet. And I think he made windshield wiper covers,
and the tire
covers. And he did all that for $1,600. We put a new sink in because we didn't like the double sink, so we got that on Amazon. Redmont RV did the install on that. Chad and Ashley. The price of the sink was $308, and Redmont charged us $425, I believe, for that. Maybe shower stuff or something they did.
Yes, when they did
two
the shower.
installs. All right, number 15, like we said earlier, we had the shower doors replaced. We didn't like the old style that originally came with the coach, or really hard to clean. So we went with I believe it's the 2019.
I just didn't like the looks of them either.
So those parts cost us $383.26, and they were from Tiffin. And Redmont RV did the install on that, which was included in their price earlier.
Their price.
All right, so then we had a windshield that it got broken in Texas, and we had that done at Tiffin when we came back through. And at the same time, I had broken dash bolts replaced because they had the windshield all out, so it was just easier to have them replace those bolts. And that charge is down further a little bit, added in with another charge at Tiffin. So
well, the broken dash
the windshield was covered by our Florida insurance, so that was nothing. And then the broken dash bolts will be added in down further. So during that repair, they pulled my cap molding apart.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
So after a couple discussions at Tiffin about it, because of course the windshield guy tried to deny he did it, but it wasn't that way when we came in, and we were literally in the coach the whole time he did the windshield.
Parked in a bay.
So it didn't just happen. But anyway, they repaired that, and they charged me $40 for materials, some adhesive and stuff. So I thought that was fair. Number 18 is sewer controls. I bought them off of Amazon. I replaced the whole Y because the company that was pumping us out didn't hook it right, and he kind of broke one of the tabs off.
The sewer gate, right?
Sewer gate, yep. Yeah. And it was causing an issue with the pipes getting on there good and not leaking, so that was $53.
Nobody wants poopy in their bay.
Yeah, you don't want that. So then we added the aluminum flagpole mount for our Starlink. That was on Amazon. The mount was $73.39. So this is all current right up to the day of this video, what we spent. So we'll have a link for that. We did the number 20, the rear ladder. That was installed by Appalachian Foothills. And I want to guess after the ladder costs and installation costs, it was around $500. I think the ladder was $3 something, and then they charged me a couple hundred to put it on. I could be a little off on that. That's a question mark. I had miscellaneous paint work done by Appalachian both times. A couple times we were there.
Two times.
Separate times, and that was $1,000. Again, did we have to have that done? No, but we wanted it done because it was scratched up and stuff.
Well, it needed to be done.
It needed to be done.
I'll give that to you.
All right. Broken shade latch above the driver's side. I happened driving down the road. We have a video on that. I think the latches cost me like $50 from Tiffin. Number 23, we did a washer and dryer. Appalachian did that. All I had in that cost was a $200 deductible. Wholesale warranties covered the rest. So that was good there. And then after that, the heating element went bad about 6 months after that install, and that was done by Appalachian, covered under their warranty, because I think it was a 1-year warranty on the washer and dryer, so they took care of that. Way back in the beginning when we started, I did a refrigerator drain tube in our refrigerator, and that was about $75, and I did the labor on it. And what that is a tube they added after they had production, and it was like a recall type thing, but I obviously never got that because we didn't own the coach then. And it was causing water to come outside the door. It was freezing up water in the freezer, on the floor of the freezer. and then it would leak out when we parked the coach or whatever. This was
Right.
before we were full-time.
Before we were full-time,
So-
once the electric went off, we
Yeah, so that
stored
could
it.
go off, put it in storage, and then it would have water all over the floor. So we fixed that.
Took a little bit to figure that one out, but
Yeah,
we
that
did.
was a little bit of research. I did a black flush or tank flush repair. The nozzle was clogged, so that was no cost. It was all my labor, and
A wonderful video for
yeah, it
that.
was a great video on that.
You want a good laugh, you might want to watch that
Yep.
one.
So our freshwater pump, two times we've replaced that, and that was $112 total. The drawer latches, we've done them a couple times, and inside where the latches are, they break. That was $7.58 for a pack of 8.
You might want to keep them on board.
Yeah, they're definitely something.
That wasn't something we mentioned in our
I have a link
must-haves.
for them. I bought them twice, so I probably could double that cost, but I keep at least 4 or 5 with me because they break,
And you don't know when.
yeah, so. All right, so bought those parts from Tiffin, and Amazon. First time, no, actually both times I bought from Amazon. I'm sorry. We put a ceiling fan motor in the bedroom. We bought that from Tiffin. That was $60. For 30, we did the air mittens valves, and I think I purchased 3 of them for about $100. And all I remember is 2. I remember under the kitchen sink I did one, and one under the bathroom sink. I might be missing another one, or maybe I bought a spare. I'm not sure. Those are for the gray tank. So let's see. We bought a Dometic toilet on Amazon. This was
my word.
$275. Originally, Coach came with a Tedford, and I bought the Tedford for Amazon. Had it delivered. I put it in.
We had a problem with it.
It leaked worse than the first one, and
No, the first one was leaking, right?
Yeah.
And that's why we went with
so
the
I went with another Tedford. This is when we were brand new, and we had no idea. And I changed out the whole toilet, and then went to use it, and it leaked worse than the first one. So
Yes, it did.
called Amazon. They give us our money back. They don't take it back, so they said throw it in the trash, which we did. And I ordered a Dometic at that point, and the Dometic's been good. We did order a new Dometic seat, but I didn't include this in this list because the hinges broke. But I remember that now. I'm just thinking about it.
We did. We got
whatever.
it in Montana, Big Timber. We went to the hardware store.
I have some
We needed a toilet
miscellaneous
seat.
costs in there. So we did slide seals for our slides, and then did that at Appalachian Foothills, and I believe that was about $100. I bought the seal from Tiffin, and they did the install. So I don't remember what it cost, but I have that under miscellaneous. Shade motors. I replaced both shade motors. I believe it was about $125. So we did them for the front shades.
Yeah, Randy's pretty handy.
Oh, thank God, because I'd be broke
Randy.
by now. The Starlink, we did that. It cost us $577. $20 for the adapter. Case to carry it in was $40 from Home Depot, and the flagpole from Harbor Freight, that was $56. So
Just so he's clear on that, the Starlink kit, the modem and the dish and all that was $577. Yep. Our monthly fee as an RVer is $135 a month,
but I didn't
in addition to,
Right.
and it's not included here, just so we're transparent.
Yep. So then I had some miscellaneous oil changes and service and maintenance, and that was $14.23, $7.30, $12.27 over the 39 months. So there's 3 of them. Probably one more in there that I don't remember, but so let's see what else.
We're probably due for one.
30?
November-ish.
Maybe, yeah. Let's see, number 36. We did the step assembly, and that was from Tiffin. It was about $750 for the whole assembly, and they shipped it to us 3 times because they kept sending us the wrong one. So
it's a shame we didn't have a video on that one.
They ate the cost. They kept sending me a single step, and it's a dual step, and for some reason they weren't getting it right. But
well, they were
finally got it
wrong
right
or something, weren't they?
Yeah, supposedly, but whatever. And then I did the install on that. I forget what
At
state.
Crooked River, Georgia.
I was in Georgia?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I did that. All right, so number 37. We had solenoids for our jacks and slides at the hydraulic that had gone bad. It was $61.83 for one, $76.31 for the second one. So we did those, and I did the install, and we have a video on that. We bought those from Tiffin. They are available on Amazon. I'll see if I can find a link on them. Save you some money that way, shipping at least. We had a knock sensor go bad. That was done in back in Red Bay by a dealer I won't name because he completely ripped us off on that.
Well, maybe he was just misinformed.
He was not educated enough.
Yeah.
Put it to you that way, or he was.
We'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Not really, because that's the second time.
He's light love to everybody.
That's the second time he burned us, so we don't talk about him.
He's light love to everybody.
Anyway, that knock sensor was $906, and we didn't need it at all, and it didn't do anything for our problem. So I think he reset the codes, and we went down the road about a mile or whatever, a couple miles, and
a few miles.
Check engine light came back on. So
Randy had a few choice words.
Yeah, so I took it to Cummins, and they showed us that there was a recall. So that's the next item on the list. Cummins did the SCR recall for me. It was covered under warranty from Cummins, so that would be about anywhere from a $3,000 to $5,000 repair, but they covered it no charge. So, and that's when I found out that knock sensor did absolutely nothing.
The repair.
And they were pretty surprised at Cummins that someone actually did that. So, but that's another story for another video. We did a pinion seal and a coolant surge tank, which is common. Wholesale warranties covered that, and that was a $200 deductible that I had to put out. The interior step cover, Al's RV in Stuart, Florida did that, along with some other things, but there was a $200 deductible on that. So wholesale warranties covered that too. And then along the lines, we put a safety steer on. We went to safety steer in Georgia to have that done. That was $683.
I personally, even though I don't drive, highly recommend it.
That was the best thing.
As a passenger,
we wouldn't have kept the coach.
You definitely feel the difference. And go to their site and have it done. They were phenomenal.
And the camping was free because we just camped out in their parking lot. So they were great guys.
Georgia.
Yep. So. Yep. All right. So then, at some point too along that line, we put the dishwasher in. That was Tiffin. We bought the dishwasher direct from Tiffin. It was $991, and I think it was even or 20 cents maybe or whatever. And then Cody Poors did that. He did the install on that for $350.
Well, we also had Redmont RV did the actual hookup for the water lines and such, and Cody did the woodwork on the.
So that's where that $350 came in. That's split between Cody and Redmont, Chad and Ashley. All right, so I had miscellaneous woodwork down there by Cody for the fireplace too.
Yeah.
We'll go to that in a minute. All right, so we can do that right now. We did miscellaneous woodwork by Cody around the fireplace. Woody decided one day when
he was fixing the fireplace from when Al put it in.
Right, we fixing some of the woodwork. Make it look original.
And then Woody.
And Woody did a little chewing on one of the parts. That's in one of our videos where he got
our upgrade video.
So that was $200. Number 45, we did the LED lights under the coach and the LED headlights. That was done at A Plus RV or whatever, A Plus Lighting in Red Bay, and I wouldn't recommend that, kid. We'll go right on by that. That was $840, and we did a video on all the problems we've had with that, so that was pretty much wasted money. And I had to repair it, and I didn't add in the cost of repairing it. It was all my labor, and he sent us one thing of parts.
Yeah.
But we bought our own. So
so we're moving on. Let's not talk about that.
46. We did squirrel cages for our AC units, and I believe we did 3 or 4 of them, and about $250 total, and I did the work on those. We'll put a link in for them.
We have a video.
That's pretty common. Yeah, we did. Solar flag pole light that I was going to use. I was going to use the flag with my Starlink, but I'm not. But anyway, bought that on Amazon. If you're interested, it was $33.59. It works good, but I don't want to run the flag and the Starlink up there. I think it's too heavy with all of it. So let's see. I have miscellaneous Amazon supplies, and I just did a number here. Terry might not agree with this, but this is Happy Camper, fuses, gloves for sewer, Dicor, New Flex, heater, anodes, organization stuff. So I just rounded that off 1,500. So that probably is a very conservative number for the little stuff
if
that we
Randy
bought.
says so. I didn't go through our Amazon account to find out.
Okay, so.
But Happy Camper is not cheap.
Nope.
The anodes are not cheap, so I have to give it to him.
All right, so we did a recent purchase, and I'm going to have a video coming up on that. And then we bought a macerator and some hoses. And that was $259, $92 for the rubber hoses, and $32 for a 0G hose. And I just added another 0G that we purchased earlier, so I have two 0Gs now.
Okay.
And they were $32 each. They just came back in stock for the 50-foot length, so that's why I bought it again.
Yeah, we'll be hitting the road, so you can look for that video.
And the reason we bought the macerator, we're going to try it out, is we're going to do some mooch docking in the future very soon out in Arizona at Terry's sister's house. So we're going to spend some time out there. So we decided to go with the macerator, and that way we can pump to her septic while we're there and not have to worry about being pumped out.
Yeah, this is a new experience.
Yeah, it's going to be a new one, and we'll do video on it. We'll go through the stuff.
Fingers crossed, it all goes well.
I hope so.
Nobody wants poopy in their tanks.
When we're in Tennessee here, we do a pump out every week, and we
have a service comp.
I'm over it. It's fun once in a while. It's good, but when you do it every week and you got to rely on them, it's getting old. So.
Well, if there's a holiday, they bump you back a day.
You got to worry about whether
somebody might call out sick and
whether you're going to be full or whatever. So hopefully in the not too distant future, we'll get a septic installed here and do it that way.
That's going to be a little bit down the road, but yeah.
Yep. All right. So I also have a Camco sewer tote, which we used to carry with us. We don't carry it anymore. But that was $182 off of Amazon, and then I bought the wheels for it, which are $93, and added them on. We did a video on that too. When you go out west, you can use them quite a bit.
Well, we even used it at Fort Clinch.
And that's one thing with the macerator. You know, the hardest part with the sewer tote is pulling it somewhere. But if you have a pickup truck, you can set the sewer tote up in the back of the pickup bed, and then fill it with the macerator and the hose, and then you just go over and then gravity dump it into the dump station. It's a lot easier than pulling it down the road, because when you pull that thing down the road, you got to go really slow. And
you see me rolling.
Yeah.
We had an Insta reel.
Yep. So I also added in a surge protector that we bought on Amazon, and that was $343. Put a link for that.
That's a must.
And number 52, miscellaneous sewer hoses, brass fittings, all that kind of stuff that you need to go RVing, and I just averaged that out at $100. And last but not least, a TST 507 TPMS monitor. Bought that on Amazon, and that was $406.07. So all these items, some of these prices are current, some of them are older, and some of this stuff has gone up quite a bit due to our current economy and stuff. So some of them are accurate, you know, some are a little bit off, but that's what we paid for them. So
what this video is not what you're going to pay.
Right.
This is a Chasing the Dream RV, our expenses, what we felt we needed.
And I'm a little sad when we added it up. Probably should have never done this, but
no,
it's an eye-opener. You know, and we'll give you the total here in a second.
It's a combination of a few things, so you can't really say, well, this is what it cost us for maintenance, or this is exactly what it cost us for repairs over the years.
Well,
we've got maintenance, RV, you know.
But most of these items, other than the upgrades, this is stuff we incurred, and we had to
our expense that we chose to do.
So, no, we never saw, when I first started this whole idea, I was, you know, a big follower of some YouTube channels, and we never really got anything. I don't know if they want to show the true costs, but maybe they don't. Maybe they think that's detrimental. I haven't quite figured that out yet.
Well, nobody wants to discourage anybody from doing it. And you have to realize it's all optional. Some of the things are mandatory. You got to have. You have to have sewer hoses.
You got to do
have
maintenance.
tires. Correct.
I mean,
do you have
you can
to
be
have
the judge.
A farm sink? No, you don't. So do we have to have a dishwasher? that's $2,000 right there that you probably wouldn't have had to spend. But living full-time, it made our lives,
better.
Mine,
better. Yeah.
So,
and it's worked flawless, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So that's one of the good purchases.
You just need to keep in mind that, you know, you do it your way.
And I saw a lot of this in the beginning when people say, oh, RV lifestyle is so much cheaper than sticks and bricks. No way.
We don't find it to be.
I don't. I mean, maybe I'm doing something wrong, but maybe you don't maintain your rig.
Boondocking right now.
Yeah, maybe you don't maintain your rig, or maybe you just...
I mean, our cost, when we did the last video, our costs for 2022 are very relative to 2021. Yeah.
So
for all the boondocking that we're doing.
So you guys out there, make sure you can be the judge of everything we've done in here, and you can see whether it was needed or not. Could we have gotten away with certain things like the sewer gate valves? The one was not leaking, but it was leaking past the valve and getting into the cap. So when I took the cap off every time, I believe it was the gray, it would get a little bit on me. And if you watch that video, I could have just replaced the gate valves, but for the price of the whole assembly, it was a no-brainer just to do a whole assembly. Plus, it was easier labor-wise.
All right, do we want to do a drum roll here?
I'm gonna get a tissue because I need a tissue for my eye. Here, I use the receipt, the tally. Okay.
I can't drum roll for too long. Come on.
So the total is $21,742. Right? That's way more than I thought we've spent in 40 months or 39 months. And if you break that down divided by the 39 months, and 39 months is the total we've had to coach.
We bought it in July of 2019, and May of 2020 we went full-time. Right. So we had it almost a year before we went full-time.
Okay, so it all blends together.
Yes, I know.
So if you take it over the 30 months since the day we bought it, and some of these things, like the toilet, I did that when we were still in the sticks and bricks. So
yeah, but you got to have a toilet.
You got to have it. So that breaks down to $557.48 a month if you break it out over that whole period.
What?
So, it's crazy. So there you have it. And again, I will put all the prices and links to everything we can. You know, keep in mind, if you're not handy, I don't know that I'd recommend this lifestyle, to be honest with you, because if you add in everything that I've done in here,
it depends on their economic status.
Yeah, you're rich, but we're not rich.
Well, so, I mean, you keep saying that, but if somebody has some money tucked away and they've planned for this style of living,
think about everything.
They may be able to afford it. They don't have to be rich.
Everything I've done, okay, and the labor costs.
Very handy.
So
he is very handy.
You could add thousands to that in labor costs.
And you have to have a mobile RV tech come out, or you have to have a technician, a shop in the area that you trust. There's a lot of things that factor into it if you are not handy. As
we said in the last video, the warranty video, if I were to take every one of these, there's a couple items like the safety steer they wouldn't cover, but if I were to take all these items and turn them into warranty, most of this stuff would have been covered by them.
Yeah, but it didn't happen all at the same time.
It happened over the 3 years and all different orders. So
be mindful that living in the RV, you are going to have repairs and maintenance. It's not necessarily going to be cheaper than your sticks and bricks unless you cut corners elsewhere.
And you have to keep in mind, our coach is probably one of the more reputable manufacturers.
Correct.
And these things are not made, no matter what anyone tells you, they are not made for full-time living. They're not. They're made for the guy that'll take them out 1, 2, 3 times a year. They might not ever have any of these expenses.
With that being said, are we getting a different coach? Absolutely not. We love our 33 AA.
Unless somebody wants to give us one. Anybody out there? Newmar, you want to give us a free coach? We'll do a video on that. But
yeah.
But
we love Miss Betty.
Yeah.
I mean, even with everything that we've been through.
Now, is any of this stuff significant or only to our luck or with our coach? I don't think so. I think most of this stuff I think old Betty's been pretty reliable overall.
She has been.
That's my opinion.
And
I could be wrong.
Telling you, now we've done all this, we don't have to worry about it.
But that's not because things break every day. I'll probably go back
wanna
in the
hear
coach and break something just walking in.
All right, Mr. Naysayer.
Whatever. So that's that. Oh, that's sad. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go get a drink. Maybe I can get a shot of
It's not that sad.
Huh?
What would be sad is if we couldn't afford it. No matter how bad that you want it, make sure you get an inspector out there, a reputable.
They're not all the
inspector
same.
to go through and be prepared to walk away.
Yeah.
We didn't want to walk away. So
we didn't know about all these issues.
We didn't, correct. We probably would have.
But
we really wanted that coach. Well, Terry really wanted that coach.
Well, like, again, I don't know if I've said it before in other videos. When we bought the coach, it had 22,000 miles on it and 77 hours in the generator.
It was like brand spanking
in good shape. But again, pay for a decent inspector, because some of these inspectors
shortcut that
aren't very good. All right, so there you have it. You guys want to drop in the comments any of what your costs are, if you have them, and you know, what you think about this video. We'd love to hear from you. We'd like to hear the comments and see if our experience is comparable to others.
Yeah.
And we'll go from there.
We hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, click subscribe, ring the bell, give us a thumbs up, donate to the channel with our super thanks, and we'll see you in our next video.